Here with men's hockey coach Bill Moore. Coach, March 6th, and we're still talking hockey. That's a great thing. Big game against Hamline this weekend in the MIAC playoff championship game. Tough one to get to here. You had to beat Concordia, and you took you to double overtime to do so. Talk a little bit about that game before we start talking about the title game.
Well, first of all, it was probably one of the most exciting hockey games that either Chris Howe or I've ever been a part of. I mean, it was up and down the ice, and we talked afterwards what a great college hockey game it was. And I texted him back and said, that it was hard because they could have won it as easily as we did, and they deserved it every bit as much as we did too. So hats off to Concordia. They were a great hockey team, and we feel very lucky to be moving on.
And you are moving on. You've got a 7 o'clock game Saturday night against Hamline. As you prepare for this game, how have you and Coach Kinney been able to keep things on that even keel and try and make it just like any other game, even though for all of us it's the biggest game we've had here in decades?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we've tried to do is keep practices the same. So keep them in a rhythm. Our Mondays are still the same, our Tuesdays are still the same, our Wednesdays are still the same, and keep them in that same rhythm that we've been going with all week or all year. We've also really tried hard to talk about forgetting the details, and I don't mean the details on the ice. I'm talking about all of the things that are going on off the ice with tickets and all of the rah-rah that's going on. And once we get to the rink, it's check your baggage at the door. It's time to work. And our guys have been tremendous. And I think part of that, too, is our tremendous leadership of our upperclassmen and keeping everybody's heads level.
Let's talk a little bit game planning here. You've got Hamline, and no stranger to you guys. You closed out the regular season against them with 2 one-goal wins. I'm assuming you've got to be expecting the same type of game. Are there any adjustments that you need to make or you plan on making heading into Saturday?
Yeah, we've made a few adjustments in our coverages and things like that. I think it's very easy to look at Hamline and get this feeling that they're a one-line team, and if you can hold that one line to no points, that you've got a good opportunity to win. But we're trying to get that whole idea out of their heads. They're a good hockey team. They're a very good hockey team. We could be switched places with them very easily if it hadn't been for a good weekend, an overtime game, a one-goal game. So again, we're feeling like we've got a lot of luck on our sides, but again, a lot of that luck came from hard work and earning some of that luck too. You've
had so many people that have come through for you. Martin Gruss had the game winner against Concordia in that second overtime. He's having a phenomenal year. Bob Kinney's having a great year. Chad Cesar. I could go down the list. It's just been that kind of a year. And really, for you guys, how important is that you don't have just one person that you say, okay, we're going to win if this person scores a goal? Because it seems that you just spread the wealth so deep on this team.
Well, it's critical because if you've got one line and they're only scoring with one line, they could put a checking line out against that and neutralize that line. Here, it's very difficult from night to night to know who to put the checking line out. It's obvious that Bob Kinney's line with Cesar's and Martin Gruss puts in a lot of goals, but so does Walls' line, and so does Wassel's line. So when we can spread the wealth out a little bit and have different people come through in the clutch, we can really tie the hands of an opponent where they cannot just try to trap and slow the game down and take one line away from us to give us the opportunity to win.
Let's talk a little bit. We've talked many times this year about the talent in this conference and the depth of this conference. You look at where we're at right now. You've got Hamline against St. Mary's in the MIAC playoff championship game. Really, preseason coaches polls, the 7 and 8 teams that were picked to finish 7th and 8th in the conference, they're playing for a chance to go to the national tournament. The depth of this conference just is unbelievable.
And I think it makes us all better because you can't take a night off. And I think that also helps our mindset coming into this weekend's game. Everybody knows that any team in the conference, top to bottom, can win any given night. And it just doesn't matter that we're all recruiting out of the same pool. We're all trying to pull the same guys. And what it's done is created parity. And that parity makes our conference what it is. And again, we enjoy battling every night. And I wouldn't pick any other place to play.
Have you had a chance, and it's kind of an odd question, but have you had a chance to sit back and just realize what you guys have accomplished this year. It's been 11 years since you made it to the postseason. It's been almost 20 years since you made it to the MIAC playoff championship game in any format, because we have never been there in the format that it's at now. Have you been able to sit back, or have you talked to your players at all about what they have accomplished to this point?
No, I mean, I probably have sat back a little bit and thought about it, but it's only because of my roots here at St. Mary's. You know, I was here in 1980, and I was here through the conference championships, and when we went to national tournament, played Bemidji. So I've been through it, and I think my roots obviously are deep here. So yeah, I've thought about it a little bit as a personal thing, but in the same respect, we haven't even brought it up with the players because we don't want them thinking that we've accomplished what we've set out to do. You know, we're going to go as far as the good Lord will let us go, and we'll keep working hard every single night. Hopefully the bounces will keep going our way, and we have great kids, and I just am so happy for them, and they deserve everything that they're getting.
The journey continues Saturday night, 7 o'clock.
I need to interrupt you. We as a hockey team would definitely like to let everyone know that our hearts go out to Phil Cochran's family and Jeannie Minarat's family. We have a lot of science majors on our team and have a lot of relationships with those people. And our prayers go to you guys, and we hope that you can cope with the issues that are going on, and we're very, very sorry. But, you know, that is one thing we've talked about a little bit on our team and things, and those are all people who are near and dear to our hearts, have supported Cardinal hockey forever, and we just wanted you to know our prayers go out to you.
And that's so true. It's been a tough time for the science department here with the passing of Phil Cochran and Dr. Minarat's issues as well. And can't echo more what you said, Coach Moore. And we certainly will be thinking of them as we complete preparations for Saturday night's conference championship game against Hamline. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.